Today we have Ronald Rump on Air Force One answering some questions from the press. And of course, what's the topic? Number one topic is the war with Iran. So that's really what he's talking about.
It truly is regime change. And regime change is an imperative. I think we have it automatically.
And then y'all know he has ADD, dementia, whatever's going on with him. He just starts talking about the ballroom that nobody cares about. Nobody cares about the ballroom in real life.
I did something today. We just got these in from the architects. A lot of people are talking about how beautiful the ballroom is. For 150 years, they've wanted to build a ballroom.
But apparently it's very, very important because they've been wanting to build this ballroom for 150 years. And guess who's the only president who can get it done? You guessed it, Trump. So he goes on and on and on for minutes about this stupid ballroom. I'm going to speed it up.
At the White House. And other presidents have wanted it when we have dignitaries coming like President Xi of China or anybody else. We have very small rooms. They're not big enough to handle the kind of capacity that you needed. This is the same height as the White House. It's an incredible fitting. You see what that is, right? Nice. I'll show you. Here's another view. This is coming from right opposite the Treasury building. Beautiful Capitol. Beautiful building. I think it'll be the finest ballroom of its kind anywhere in the world. A lot of people are giving it really good reviews. Some are giving it reviews without even seeing the building because this just came out today. These pictures were just made today. We got rid of, a long time while ago, the stairs on the south side. And it's become really beautiful. But it matches and fits the White House. It's also capable of handling the inauguration. We have all bulletproof glass. We have drone-proof roofs, ceilings. Everything's drone-proof and bulletproof. And unfortunately, we're living in an age where that's a good thing. And this is the view from the Treasury, opposite the Treasury. Let me see another one of them. Here's a view on the south with the porch, which is a porch, and it's also a fire stair, basically leading down to the grounds. And that porch will be magnificent, looking in between the columns. They no longer, we took the stairs out that were on the south side and really replaced them with these stairs. So you have an open porch and you have the closed porch under the columns, overlooking the Washington Monument, the Jefferson Memorial, and the Lincoln Memorial / Monument. So that's great. This is a view of the columns as they are going to be made. They're going to be hand carved and they're beautiful. Top of the line, they'll be Corinthian, which is considered the best, most beautiful by far. Okay, what's your timeline on this? That's it. Timeline. So we're ahead of schedule and under budget. And all of this money, all of the money paid is paid by myself and donors. It's all donors. There's not one dime of government money going into the ballroom. Now the military is building a big complex under the ballroom, which has come out recently because of a stupid lawsuit that was filed. But the military is building a massive complex under the ballroom, and that's under construction, and we're doing very well. So we're ahead of schedule. That's part of it. And the ballroom essentially becomes a shed for what's being built under the military, including from drones and including from any other thing. The glass on the windows, you see the big windows. The glass is extremely thick. It's high-grade bulletproof glass. So all of the windows are bulletproof. I think the Times wrote to you, some of the windows are fake. We have no fake windows. They talked about a stairway in the south. We don't have a stairway in the south. And that was replaced a long time ago. But this is a view of it from the north. And that's, if you see it, it fits in with the White House. It's almost a twin to the White House. It's something we just wanted to pay tribute to the White House. And so that fits in beautifully. Let me just see another one. Here's another one. Excuse me, wait. I thought I'd do this now because it's easier. I'm so busy that I don't have time to do this. But fighting wars and other things. But this is very important because this is going to be with us for a long time. And it's going to be, I think it'll be the greatest ballroom anywhere in the world. It's its highest level. Same height, exact height, if not higher. Same height as the White House, exactly the same height. And if you look, you have the White House over here. You have this. And that's a duplicate of the wall. So it pays total homage to the White House, which is, I think, very important.
When Ronald Rump is asked a question, and I want you to look, because you got to know body language. You need to understand the language of our leader. So if he's asked a question and the first word that comes out his mouth is look, or you see his hands go like this, that's a lie. He covering up for something. He just trying to say something to get you distracted, just like he's distracted with his ADD. He really just want to talk about the ballroom. Y'all, let's go back to the ballroom. Don't you see how beautiful it is? Can't you see?
Say it.
Sir, could you foresee a deal in Iran this upcoming week?
I just see a deal in Iran, yeah.
Mr. President,
Could be soon.
are you considering still putting boots on the ground, and would you do that without going to Congress?
I just have lots of alternatives. We have tremendous numbers of ships over there. We don't need them though because of, the power. Look, I would say we're just like we're ahead of schedule on the ballroom in a much bigger way. We're ahead of schedule with Iran. We're weeks ahead of schedule.
See, I told you. He went right back to the ballroom. Just like we're ahead of schedule on the ballroom, we're ahead of schedule on Iran. Really? So if you said it was going to be an excursion for a couple of weeks, and now it's been like 5 weeks, a couple. Does it still sound like we ahead of schedule, or are we kind of lingering on, kind of figuring out, as we go? Just quick question.
Is committee's son still alive, sir? Is he a part of these
We think he may be. Nobody's heard about him. He may be alive, but he's obviously very seriously in trouble.
Again, guys, this is another one of his delusions. Now, he's already admitted that they've killed a whole bunch of the leaders. He's like, well, maybe one leader is still alive, but he's badly hurt. So I guess in Rump's mind, he's like, he doesn't count. So we're just going to negotiate with anybody who calls us up or who responds. And we're going to call that new leadership. That's not how it goes. These people have voted in the Ayatollah's son to take over in his position. Now, you went in there and killed the religious leader who had the religious reasoning for not developing nuclear weapons. And then you tried to kill everybody, but you didn't kill his son. Now he's in charge. Now you want to act like, oh, we don't know who's in charge. We're just talking to somebody and they giving us some oil. So we're going to leave it at that.